Okay guys, today we're looking at the third section of the first syllabus on social and ethical issues. It is called Software Piracy and Copyright. The first thing you have to understand is the difference between piracy and plagiarism. Piracy, illegal copying, use and distribution, whereas piracy is just saying, this is mine. I created this intellectual property when you didn't really. The Copyright Act of 1968 protects people's intellectual property from plagiarism and from piracy. It gives developers whole lots of rights in terms of what they want to do with their work, while at the same time protecting their work. When a piece of intellectual property is developed, it can have one of many different types of licenses. A commercial license, where you buy the license up front before you can obtain the product. A shareware license, that's kind of your trial stuff, where you can try it for a little while but then are required to pay. An open source license, where the product is distributed and you have access to the source code to modify, but it's still covered by copyright law and a user cannot distribute it under a new package. Or public domain software, where a user has access to the source code and they are able to package it up, modify it and resend it back out. They're the different licenses that can be applied to intellectual property. However, there is also another distinction that you guys need to understand that I'll go through at the start of class, which is single user licenses versus site licenses. And we're going to particularly look at the way in which site licenses use authentication to ensure you are on site. Okay, one little distinction that you just need to understand in this whole scenario is that once you purchase or once you obtain a license for a product, you do not own it. It's always owned by the authors, and what this license does is create an agreement between the user and the author or the developer, and it is protected by copyright laws. Your license will reinforce that you may use this product but you do not own it. This has commonly been challenged and is to this day in courts of law. I will confirm in class the idea of copyright being a civil or a criminal act. And that's it, guys. That's software piracy and copyright.